The moon phases are formed through the way the sun is illuminating the moon. As the moon travels further around the earth in its phases, more of the moon is illuminated each day until the full moon, after which less is illuminated each day until the new moon. This lunar cycle is 29.5 days. The first phase of the moon is the new moon phase. During this phase, the moon is directly between the sun and the earth, so from Earth there is no view of the moon. This is because the sun's light is not shining on the side of the moon able to be seen from Earth. The second phase of the lunar cycle is the waxing crescent. This occurs when a small portion of the moon is visible from Earth, and the crescent gradually gets bigger until the first quarter. The third phase of the lunar cycle is the first quarter. This occurs when half the moon is visible from Earth at about 7 days old. Because the lunar cycle is about 29.5 days, the first quarter is approximately 7 days, but not exactly. The fourth phase of the moon is the waxing gibbous, where more than half of the moon is illuminated after the first quarter. The halfway point of the lunar cycle is the full moon. This is where the entirety of the moon is illuminated by the sun. During a lunar eclipse, the Earth is directly between the moon and the sun at this phase, and the moon appears darker and has a red tint to it. After the full moon phase, the moon gradually wanes until it is once again a new moon. The next phase of the lunar cycle is the waning gibbous. This is where the moon is between a full moon and third quarter. It gradually appears less full from the full moon until the third quarter. As the moon wanes, the side becoming invisible from Earth is the right side, rather than the left side being invisible as seen in the first half of the lunar cycle. The third quarter appears with the moon once again halfway illuminated, like the first quarter, but this time the left side of the moon is the visible side rather than the right side during the first quarter. This occurs at about 21 days into the cycle, meaning the cycle is approximately 75% completed. The next phase is the waning crescent, where the moon is a crescent like in the waxing crescent phase, but it is on the left side rather than the right, and it is gradually getting smaller. Once the moon completely wanes out of the waning crescent phase, it is finally finished with its cycle, and is once again a new moon, where no moon is visible from Earth.